So you want to become a voice actor to work in animation and video games, or you already are a voice actor, but having a little trouble trying to book those jobs. Well, you're in luck because I'm a professional voice actor who's worked in Nintendo and other various animation and cartoons, and I'm going to give you some tips to help you on your journey. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about is your mindset. Now, this is going to be hard. There's going to be a lot of trials and tribulations that you're going to go through, but that's the beauty of this, is because when you do book your first animation and or video game, that's what makes it so much sweeter, right? So I want to say this because I want you to kind of embrace that struggle. It hurts, I know, or maybe you haven't got started yet, but there's that fear there, there's that resistance that's keeping you from even trying, and that's normal, and there's no shame in that. But once you break that habit, you got to break through that threshold, that wall, and really get out of your own mind, because all that is, I can't even talk and I'm a voice actor. Really all that is it's you tricking yourself, right? Or, it's you tricking yourself, it's society ingrained these things that are ingrained in you to think things aren't possible. But I'm here to say, I'm living proof. I do this for a living. I just got done recording a session for a big client that I can't wait to share with you guys, but not to brag, but it's to show you that I'm doing it. So why can't you do it? And this is a big this is a big video game company. So I'm nobody special. I don't know anybody in the industry. So same thing for you. So really break out of those habits, because if you're such a fan of, I'm assuming you're a fan of animation and video games, which is why you want to work into these and book these jobs. It wasn't to where you forced yourself into feeling these things and wanting to become a voice actor in animation and video games. You didn't force yourself to feel that. It chose you. It's within you, right? This just organically happened. So follow that feeling, really take action, and really feed that flame, right? And that was the first thing I want to talk about, and then we're going to get into specifics on what sites to go on, what equipment you need, what kind of booth you need, and all that, etc. So now that you understand the passion behind it, now you have that fire burning inside you, let's get into the specifics. All right, and I'm only going to tell you how I did it, on what I did specifically on my journey. Everyone's different, I get that, but this is what I did. So the first thing I did was I bought a microphone. You can buy some on Amazon, cheap ones, condenser mics. This one right here is a $1,000 mic. This is the Neumann TLM103. I don't recommend this if you're just starting out. But yeah, get a condenser microphone if you can afford it. If not, maybe just practice on your phone, even use a condenser mic, whatever you can afford, right? Don't break the bank, especially if you're just starting out. So once you have a condenser mic, you then need an audio interface. You can also buy that on Amazon. And basically you hook it up to your computer, you download a recording software like Audacity. That's something I use, Audacity. Any kind of software that you can record on. And what you want to do is you just want to keep auditioning over and over and over again. And now there's plenty of sites to do this. I recommend Casting Club. That's something where a lot of indie animation developers are on. I'm not sure if they do video games on there, but there are a lot of animation developers on there. Same thing with Fiverr, Upwork. There's a lot of indie developers out there that are looking for voice actors. And then if you're looking for scripts to audition for, there's voices.com, Voice123. Those are paid memberships. So if you're just starting out and you don't have the money just yet, you don't have to do that. But like I said, the only reason I'm saying this is just so you can keep auditioning and keep the muscles flexing. It's kind of like in the gym, right? Just keep putting in those reps day after day after day. This is going to be a long run. This is not going to be a short-term thing. And then even if you don't want to go on a website right now, there's things like ChatGPT. Have AI write you some anime audition scripts, some video game audition scripts. And what this is going to do, it's really going to show you, it's really going to break that resistance, and it's going to get you more loose and comfortable with voice acting and hearing your own voice, because that may be uncomfortable at first. You're like, oh my god, I don't like the sound of my voice. well, you got to get used to it because you're going to be hearing it a lot. So, and really try everything. Some people say, oh, just stick to one thing. That is true. But if you're just starting out, you don't know what that one thing is yet. You may not know. You may think you're good at one thing, but the market is saying, hey, I like you as this thing. So, which is why I'm such a big advocate for trying everything at first and then kind of pinpointing it down to your strengths. But hey, before we get back into some more tips, quick segment. Hey, if you're interested in voice acting in animation, video games, and cartoons, I can help you out. Yeah! Alright, Squiggles, let's roll. Relax. Introducing Nintendo Music. I'm a professional voice actor who's worked in Nintendo and other various animation, cartoons, and video games, and I offer voiceover one-on-one coaching. We'll break down your specific strengths to help you grow and book more work. Go ahead and click the link in the description and let's get started. Alright, let's get back into the video. So yeah, really, and this was a big thing for me as well. I thought I could do these big, burly voices, because I can play the mid-range and the high range. That was my specialty, but I also wanted to play low range, really big, bombastic characters. I don't get booked for those, and I still don't. But what it made me do is I created characters with me trying to do that. So when I would try to sound like, oh, I'm so angry, I'm so mad, that was like an angry teenager voice or something. So, you're really trying things, really getting your feet wet and just seeing what sticks. So once you're just auditioning over and over and over again, then I recommend going onto a pay-to-play website, because those where the animation and video games bookings are, right? Especially if you don't have an agent yet. And I would even recommend the pay-to-play sites are crucial for you to then get an agent. People may disagree with me, that's okay. But the reason I say that is because you're going to be booking so much indie work that agents won't be able to deny you, because it's not like you're coming to them brand new. It's like, hey, blank agent, I just booked a Nintendo job. I just booked a job for a big animation company. Even saying like, hey, this is a big contract. Would you be willing to negotiate with me? Because you're not only coming to the agent with already work under your belt, they now see that you're a professional working actor. Rather than someone with nothing to show for, you got receipts, right? You got everything. So to summarize all this up is get your equipment, right? Get some auditions in. Go in day after day after day. I would even recommend doing 100 auditions before you actually join like a pay-to-play website or something, right? And there is Fiverr. You don't have to pay to get on those websites, on that website, but they do take a 20% commission fee for every job that you book. I'm not against that because they're finding the work for you, so you don't have to take the time to do it. So that's something I'm for, but that's up to you to decide. So yeah, so get a whole bunch of auditions in. I recommend at least 100 before you join a pay-to-play website. Join voices.com or Voice123. Now that you got your feet wet and you're becoming a better auditioner, and once you start seeing those auditions, you're like, oh, I've done this already. This ain't nothing new to me. You know what I'm saying? So when you are showing yourself for clients, they're gonna see and hear, or they're gonna hear that you have some experience under your belt. And that's the one main thing I highly recommend doing is you don't want to join a pay-to-play website when you're brand new. It's not a horrible thing. That's something I did when I was starting out. Threw myself into the fire and I eventually got better. But it took a lot more time for me to finally book work. And there wasn't anything like ChatGPT around when I started. So the reason I say ChatGPT is because that's gonna help you gain your skills, right? One thing I talk about a lot, especially with my clients that I coach, is the skateboarding analogy. I used to be a huge skateboarder. You can watch as many videos, listen to as many podcasts as you want. If you are not on that skateboard, if you are not in real time doing the tricks, going through the trial and error, you are never going to get better. It's you in front of the mic, you thinking about characters, you really getting into it, and that's going to help you become a better voice actor, really getting in the action in real time. And before you know it, you're going to be booking voice acting, animation, video games, all that fun stuff. And I want you to rewatch this video and let me know in the comments how great it feels to finally get those jobs. And hey, why not just comment now and say, hey, did this inspire you? Did this inspire you to go out and try this thing? To go out and try and book animation and video games? Or is there something that you're struggling with? Let me know in the comments, because I make these videos for you guys. Okay, I want to help out. So let me know, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.